So this video exists to get you started in Powtoon, which is one of the options to create your Who Are You assignment for United States history. As you can see, I'm already on the Powtoon website. Reviewing, we are currently working on our course orientation Who Are You assignment, which means we need the following items once I get there. Sorry guys. In our Powtoon video. You need to tell me the basics, what your name is, where you're from, what grade you're in. School-related information, are you new at PA Distance? If not, how many years have you been going here? If you're new, what excites you about cyber school? Study time, how do you learn best? What works for you when studying or reviewing? And how can your teachers help you have the best year possible? Some social studies related questions, what did you look at last year? What are your feelings about U.S. history? And one fun fact that makes you unique. I'd also recommend putting in a picture of yourself in the assignment to make it just a little more personal. So Powtoon is a really neat tool because it's a way for you to create your own YouTube video. It is sweet. I'm a big fan. So here's how we get started. You can start by going to powtoon.com, which I have, and clicking the Log In with Google button. Bam. So you'll need to create a new studio project. And there are some ready-made templates for you. I'd really recommend using them. Because you're doing a self-introduction, feel free to maybe use the teacher introduction video, the young professional video, or any of the other ones that interest you. We're going to take a look at the teacher introduction one today. You click Edit to get the video started. It's going to take a moment to load. Still loading. Almost there. Alright, so you'll see that we are in kind of like the main Powtoon studio portion here. You'll notice up top that it is called an untitled Powtoon. Go ahead and give it a title with your name in it. I'll call mine Mrs. Devlin Introduction. Click Save to save it. Cool. So you'll see that throughout this video there's already effects planned in, and there's blanks for you to fill in. So on our first slide here, you can just go to the Your Name portion, and if you want to change the type in Powtoon, you can click on it and then just type what you want. If you want to change the font, you can do so as well here. There's lots of different cool looking options. And if you want to change the color, that's possible. If you want to make it bigger, you can just hit that little plus button. Smaller, the minus button. And if you want to tweak different parts of your video, here is how to do that. You'll see that there are some effects here. Let's say I want to change my person. I clicked on the little waving teacher in the bottom, and you'll see that there's the option to animation settings, flip, or swap. Let's say I want to swap it. You'll see here that there are lots of other options for you to choose from here. I want to make it, let's see here, I want to pick a different character. So if I wanted to swap the character, all I would have to do is click the swap button and swap it out. Now, if you ever want to preview the slide that you are working with, you can go ahead and click the little play button below here. You'll notice there'll be some music. And in order to stop it, you can just hit stop, or else it will play through the whole entire video. Okay? So, some other things to notice. You'll have different slides. And by clicking on each effect, you can learn a little more about what's going on at that time. So let's say I want to change the words here. Let's say I want them to say, and I am a new student at PA Distance this year. I could say, and sometimes it's a little tricky to click on. You can always change the effects here too. If it's your first Powtoon, I wouldn't recommend doing that though. To resize, if you want to make it wider, go to the left-hand side and move that way. You can always move by grabbing it. If you want to change the font size, you can go right up here to do so, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep making these little small changes this year, to this. So as you can see, I've tweaked it. So we can see what it looks like here by playing the video again if we'd like. There's a couple other options to look at. If you want to change the background to your slide, you can do so here. There's a bunch of different ones you can choose from. If you want to add some additional text, you have to go to customize mode for that, which would make the video a little more, let's see if I can switch it over. There we go. Which would make the video a little more yours. So if I wanted to add text, I could click body text and work with it there. If you want to delete on Powtoon, you can click the delete button on your keyboard or click the little minus sign right there. That'll get rid of it. So once you have finished your video, you can also play with objects in here, graphs, sound, and even upload your own images. So once you've finished your video, here's what you do. This little I button up here will let you preview your video so you can watch it to make sure it looks how you'd like it to. And then once you've finished everything, you can click the export button. But before we do that, I want to explain one last thing. If you'd like to change the timing that the effects occur on the slide, you'll notice that there is this little bar down here. In order to see the slide at the beginning, slide the red triangle all the way to the end, and then you can see when each individual effect comes in on the slide. Let's say I want to change when our character pops up. I would do that by clicking on the number 2, because that's where the character is, clicking on the girl, making sure that there's a small icon of the girl in our timeline here, and then moving the blue bar where I'd like it to go. So if I want my girl to be in from the beginning instead of early on, I can do that. And then if I want to see how it looks, I can test it out that way. So that's how to move things with effects on the slides, and I'm willing to help with this any way I can too, guys. It's a super neat tool, but it does take some playing with. So feel free to shoot me an email with any questions. Once you're finished with this, you're going to hit the export button up top. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but you already have a YouTube account available because you are a student at PA Distance and have a Google account. You're going to click Upload to YouTube. You'll see you have authorized Powtoon to access the following YouTube accounts on your behalf. Make sure your school account is there. You can set the privacy to unlisted. That means that only you have access to it and you can share it with me, but the world's not going to Google it and find it. Let's click the next button. Make sure you title your Powtoon. And then if you leave that as public, it's fine. It will show up as unlisted on your channel. You'll click next. Oh, you have to pick a category. Pick education or personal, your choice. And then click next. You'll see that we have to keep the logo up and everything here is good to go as is. So you click upload your Powtoon. So this is going to take a moment or so to upload. I will let you guys, or show you guys from there how to submit it in the assignment. Okay, so now my video has been uploaded to YouTube. Let's get there. So you can go to youtube.com. Make sure you're signed in. And then you'll see that you can go to the channel of your choosing. So go to your channel, and then you'll find your YouTube video. But we have to click on the word uploads to get there. So you'll see United States History Intro, Mrs. Devlin is there. So to get the link to finish your assignment today, you're just gonna click on that. And then make sure, I'll pause the video here, make sure that you do Control A to highlight your link, Control C to copy it, and then go to the assignment for today. Click the submit button at the bottom, and then click Control and V to paste it in the Dropbox, okay? You'll get 20 points for completing this. Don't hesitate to contact me if you need me, okay? Good luck.